Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much to DPS Montenegro. Thank you, Mr. President, for having us. This Congress really looks great, and I'm really looking forward to what comes next. So I would also like to give, before I start with my speech, thank you also to all our partners who are here, in particular our partners in crime, let's say, the YES Secretariat, who is helping out the two guardian angels of these organizations who are working in the background, that are Amanda and Gohar. Please give them all a round of applause. Thank you, Julia. And then all the guests and organizations who are helping us achieving the best in our workshops, in our discussions, in particular the Global Progressive Forum and also Progressive Alliance, who was supposed to be here, but unfortunately they cannot make it for reasons beyond their own possibilities. And the UNHCR, who will be present at the refugee workshop, and all other partners that have made this all possible. Since many people already talked about the geopolitical background, I would like to get a little bit personal, if you don't mind, since this is my last Congress as Secretary General, and I will be leaving this room as a grassroots member. So, dear comrades, chers camarades, queridos compañeros y compañeras, what a ride. What a roller coaster. This mandate that is coming to a close has been the most hectic times of my life. I attended my first activity just a bit more than 2 years ago at a pool of trainers in Budapest. That was my first activity in IUSY. Some of you were there. I see people nodding. I still remember the excitement of meeting other political leaders from all over the world. I remember the beauty of exchanging ideas for the first time with people who, despite the different backgrounds, share the same passions and ideals. And I really hope this is something that is also being shared right now by those of you who are attending their first activity with us. I was definitely not aware that 3 months later I would have been elected IUSY Vice President. And as you all know, the surprises did not stop there. Only 6 months into my presidency, vice presidency, I was given the honor of becoming the Secretary General of our beloved organization. What a luck, what an honor to represent the socialist and social democratic youth of the world at the highest level. I have learned so much from this experience by doing so many things for the first time without any proper training or preparation. Learning was all a trial and error experience that was undertaken under the spotlight of being the voice and the face of an organization that I was just starting to know. Now, after the 2 years of world travels, sleepless nights, summertime Facebook messages, cold winters in Vienna, creative ways to board planes without checking in the luggage, and those of you who travel a lot know what I'm talking about, and much more. In our invitation to you, my fellow delegates, Howard and I wrote that we need all of you to shape the IUSY of tomorrow. We wrote that with a clear impression in mind that IUSY was not enough in many things, that there is still a long way to go. Not enough present and able to bring a real impact in everyday lives of our members, not enough able to pursue the value that we're preaching, and not enough democratic. Of course, I know these are very strong words, but sometimes we need to break certain taboos in order to realize that there are objective barriers to the equal representation in our organization, and we need to work to make it better. IUSY is not and should not be any club of friends or travel agency for a few lucky leaders in a moment in which the social democratic and socialist values are questioned everywhere. Your and my friendship here are very valuable to us personally, but they are not your organization's only contribution to IUSY. Your political contribution and solidarity between organizations in the interest of the improvement of IUSY should be the prime focus. In the last 2 years, I've seen long-established organizations being put on the brink of extinction. Every meeting that we had to count ourselves and see who was left after some election was trying to wipe out one of our movements. I've been praised, I've been demonized, I've been befriended, and I've been unfriended like anyone in politics, and that is politics indeed. I finally understood the great meaning of the phrasing, it gets lonely at the top, because it really does, and this is my advice, my words to the new incoming mandate. Just don't get too scared about it. I met so many amazing people and many others who have watched too many episodes of House of Cards. But we're still in time to improve IUSY and the global social democratic and socialist family. In the next hours and days, speak to each other, fight, compromise, and decide. In other words, get involved with the politics. Do it as if the very existence of IUSY depended on it, because it does. Do it over what you believe, not what you've been promised. As for me, I am happy and excited to undertake new exciting adventures. I will close this Congress as a member of the grassroots of this organization, as I was saying. No more one-day trips and meetings to the other side of the world. No more summertime Facebook messages or cold winters in Vienna. Just me, my passion, my friends, my family, and Julia, who have given up for me more than what anyone could ever ask from his loved ones. And it feels good. So let's make it happen, dear comrades. Play clean and good luck to you all. You, we, IUSY, we'll all need it. And I would like to close with another quote from an Italian. I swear that actually I didn't know there were so many Italian speakers here, so I apologize for that. I'm not responsible for it. But as Pietro Nenni used to say, former socialist president of the Italian Republic, la politica non si fa con I sentimenti, figuriamoci con I risentimenti. Politics is not made with feelings, let alone with resentments. So thank you all so much.